Alright, good afternoon, solar YouTubers. Today is March the 12th, Wednesday, March the 12th, the 26th. As you can see, the sun is running my inverter. How do I know that? It's because of the solid green light, the battery's charged. The fridge is on, so got the panels down there. And yeah, they're not, I just moved them. I got home and one of them was sitting here in the shade. So that's where they are. So as of right now, no one lives there no more. He's remodeling the apartment. So for now, I'm going to take over that space right down there. And then I can set my panels out a little bit. I just gotta be careful. There's the star of the show. There she is. I just gotta be careful. I can't really block too much of this driveway. So down there should be fine. There's no vehicles, and there's no foot traffic. You can see it down there. I got it all wrapped around. Let me show you what I did down there, how I did this. So I got to come in through the window. I just got a chain there on this, and it's running up on this bracket here. Well, hold on, you can't see it. I'm looking at it, but I'm not showing you on video. So this is the bracket here, and just running up on the bracket. Nobody's going to steal this. They got to get up in here and get these bolts off. So that's not going to happen. Yeah, wrapped around that post, wrapped around that post, and wrapped around that post. It didn't take me too long to set this up. So that's how I did it. Carrying it up and down the window, up down the stairs, ain't bad at all. It ain't as bad as I thought it was going to be. What do we have? Yeah, I got a mess there I got to pick up. I had to move. Well, so this winter time, I had some really sticky tape there. It's still sticky. When I close that window, I got to pull it up. I mean, I can't get that window out of there. So these are tilt in. So I went to tilt this in to pull it up, and I literally took the window off. So it was a mess. I had to move this. So I'm not gonna mess down there. I gotta clean up. I was getting too late to get out, so I had to get to work. So on those brackets, how those brackets are held on down there is with this system here. So it's literally, a nut and a bolt, and it takes literally forever to do this. So I'm trying to find a different way. So I'm looking at something like this, so I can just stick on there. That one's too big, but this one's just the right size. So if you look at the wing nut, and it's awful, it's literally, I got this between my legs there, so it's literally loose. It's, hold on. All right, sorry about that. I have my hand and stuff all in the way. So it literally takes forever to screw this bolt into this wing nut. It takes forever. All of my time setting up takes forever. So what I was trying to come up some kind of pin system, and of course, and as you see, this bolt is pretty loose in there. It's not, it's not tight. There's a lot of room in there, but it gets tight when you put the wing nut on there and tighten it down. So I got something like this I think might work. Get in there. It's still going to be loose. I really don't know how to tighten that up, but I'm looking for something quick. If I can find something quick to do this, then I'm fine. So the issue is Okay, so this is my panel, right? So what I gotta do is sit here and unbolt this, okay, by hand. All right, so I unbolt this by hand. The top one don't move. And so you see, already it's taking me forever to do this. There's no quick way to do this. Okay, that's loose. And this literally slides down, okay, slides like that. And then you put your piece on this. Yeah, something. Hold on here. All right, trying to do this on the wing with no, one-handed. That's what it looks like. So you have your, your triangle, and you can set your angle. Normally I have, because it sits down on this. Okay, so normally I have this down here on this, and then so it looks something similar to. Let me get one hand in. Something similar to that. Okay, so it sits on this, and then by adjusting this here down, so I get the angle of that. So the issue is trying to put that wing nut on the back side of this with two hands and screw it on here. It takes forever. All of my time setting up is this. And as you can tell, it's not tight at all. Pretty loose. It's pretty loose. So, and I'm looking for something similar to that. I can just throw in there some kind of quick release something that this ain't gonna fall out. Needs to be a little bit bigger. My fault. I'm sorry, guys. I'm watching the piece, not the phone. It needs to be a little bit bigger, so it'd be tight fit. But something to the extent, I really don't know what I can get or something to this, because try to put, this in here and then try to put this wing nut on. It's really hilarious. It takes forever to, because it's a pretty long boat. It don't need to be that long. I'll probably cut that down somewhat. But once you get that done, say I'm done in a day. So I literally have to take this whole piece off. That piece has to come off because this will slide into play. Like so. And then I have to, like so. Then I got to put that wing nut on the back side of this. So all the time, just like that. All the time I'm taking this, setting this up and tearing it down. This is where it's at right here. So I'm trying to find a way where, I don't know exactly what I can do with this or how I can do with this. I don't know. But this is what takes me the most of my time setting this up. That's why I really don't want to set them up downstairs. And so the other alternative is I come up with is leave the brackets on there and get me a pretty long 2x4 or something. I reach from that post down there to that post. So I can't drill into the post. So if the 2x4 is sitting on this side, I can take a C-clamp and clamp that C-clamp on there, hold it nice and tight. And then I can lean the panels up against that 2x4. And then when I need to make the proper angle, I just lift the 2x4 up or 2x4 down to make that proper angle. So that's what I'm looking at, because I can't drill into the post. So I'm looking for something that I can take up and take down every night. And I can leave the 2x4 sitting right there. And I don't have to worry about bringing it in and out every night. I'm not for sure. If I have to, I just take it off and just throw it up here, or lay it on the stairs or something. But see, I don't have sun access. Talk about windows and stuff, just because of It's because of the way this building is designed. Cool. It's this way these porches are designed. How those porches are designed, I can't stick anything right here in between these two overhangs and have sun, you know what I'm saying? So that's a no-no. I can't put nothing up there on that one because it's too steep and slides off. I have no way, I can't mount it physically to the roof, so there's no way, I don't know of any way to mount these panels up on there and without it sliding off. I have no clue on how to mount those panels up there without physically mounting them to the roof. So I am stuck with this. So what I can do is put one panel on this side of the pole and the other panel right. I can butt them up next to the pole. So when the sun comes out that direction, these will be sticking out from the pole so that the pole won't cast a shadow. And then my 200 watt panel can sit basically where that's sitting. So let me show you what I'm talking about. I can straddle that pole, something like that, and but it'd be down on the ground on the brackets, and then they have enough room to get in and out here if they need to. And then I can put the other 200 watt panel sitting there. It's in the shade right now, but you know, something similar. But that's what I'm looking at. So I'm also looking to maybe, yeah, these are about done. I'm about ready to take these off and put them upstairs. I think I'm going to after I get done with this. Maybe put some kind of wheel base down there, so I can just pick the panel up. You know, just pick it up this way. You know, tilt it up and move it on the wheels up this way. Because if I get both panels right about here, where that panel is, basically where I can get that panel scoot farther to this. If I get both panels on both sides of those poles, I should have sun pretty much all day, at least to the evening time. You know, that's where the sun's at right up there right now. So you can see the shadow protruding right there. So yeah, I really like to live up in there somewhere. Right there would be perfect. You got sun most of the day here, but I don't want to live in the middle of the apartment. I live on the end there, so I don't have no neighbors to the left. Neighbors to the right. Well, the front one would be nice too. But yeah, he's been there for a while, older guy. So this is what I'm stuck with. I can't put nothing out here. I mean, I can, and then I can take the cord and run the cord across the driveway and put some kind of a, because I can run it down here along that crack. And then I put some kind of a hard plastic or something over that so that when he's backing up and in. But that's an awful lot of cord to run, and there's no way for me to secure it here in the yard. You know what I'm saying? Because right now I have sun. You can have sun until those trees get in the way. And like I said, I had them sitting right up there, but you see them from the road. And I'm thinking about going up there maybe this weekend again and maybe lay them flat. See that little piece there? And just lay them flat on the roof. Stick them down a little bit ways and lay them flat. Because I can bring the wire down through the gutter like I did before and down that way and into the window. Nobody knew anything different. You have to really look for it. So I'm thinking about going up there and just laying them flat like that, flat on the ground. And I don't know what kind of power it will get from doing that, but that's the only option that I have. Somebody put in a comment, move and stuff. I can't move. There's no way I can move. I live paycheck to paycheck, roughly, I've had a lot of hours cut, not hours, but my money cut. And and then in this town, they do credit checks and background checks and all that stuff. And it's kind of picky in this town. Unless you find a slumlord, then you can arrest anybody. But I just can't move. It's not in the option right now. Gotta have first month's last month and deposit. And so you're looking at least $1,500. And I don't have that. I make enough money to pay my bills, have food on the table, and that's about it. But put gas and stuff in the vehicles. That's about it. So, me finding a different job, I love my job. I actually love doing what I'm doing. I just need to go out and have my own business, start my own business, do what I do now, but I make all the money. So, but that's not quite in the plans yet. It will be one day. You see that line start starting to do this. So, like I said, I got plenty of sun over there. So, I might just do that until somebody moves in. And but where they're sitting now is about okay, because I'm not blocking anything in. But all right, well, long enough. Guys, have a good day.